World Bank Development Committee and the International Monetary Fund Board of Directors remain the highest decision-making bodies of international development agencies. The United States Treasury Secretary Tim Guthrie and Nigeria's Minister of Finance Dr. Okonjo-iweala are among esteemed members of the Council. Here, Nigeria's interest and indeed Africa gains world attention. Apart from growth inequality, tackling the challenge of illicit capital flight remains a priority.
We've also tried to cast it in the guise of innovative finance. If $50 billion is leaving the continent in illicit financing, which is much more than the aid we receive, if we can capture it and stop it from leaving or repatriate the one that has left, they're simply saying to the developed countries here that this is another way to get financing.
At the board meetings, the IMF focused on what Christine Lagarde described as macroeconomic criticalities, which addresses issues of gender inclusion, growth and job market. The IMF also intends to work on fiscal aspect of climate change and how these matters of macroeconomic criticality can be addressed using fiscal tools. Africa also had a strong representation on the issue of climate change.
It seems the whole world is under the onslaught of climate change that is coming out of season and causing droughts, flooding, washing of coastal lands, rising seas affecting marine life. And what is certain, though, is that man has contributed.
With focus on end extreme poverty by 2030, the World Bank received the support of its Development Committee for a new financial arrangement that will allow the development agency to increase overall lending from between $40 and $50 billion to over $70 billion over the next few years. This effort is directed at supporting development efforts in low-income, developing and emerging markets. However, for South Africa and others, Africa should be a priority continent.
Africa is the future in the sense that it will be a source of demand for the world. It's an opportunity to invest and get the right kind of returns. It's a continent that is going to increasingly industrialize and develop new technologies and new possibilities for new drivers of economic growth.
With Nigeria's position as the 26th biggest economy in the world by GDP, an improvement in her per capita income following the rebasing of her economy, the nation is no doubt taking its pride of place in the Committee of Global Economy. Cliff Ayozie, NTA News.